In recent years, the field of finance has seen an influx of new books that have sought to explain the intricacies of personal finance in a way that is both accessible and informative. This video includes some of the best finance books available, spanning topics from investing to retirement planning to managing your money. It also includes 10 books every wealthy person must read. The best way to feel like you are on top of your finances is to know what you are doing. These books will help you do just that. The Intelligent Investor is one of the best finance books ever. The book was written by Benjamin Graham and David Dodd. It is a book about how to invest in stocks and bonds, which are the two most common types of investments these days. The first edition was written by Graham and Dodd and was published in 1949, and it has been revised many times since then. There are also many editions that have been published in other languages like Chinese, Korean, Spanish, French, and Russian. In 1952, the authors began publishing The Intelligent Investor's Advisor, which is a money management journal that is still being published today. The book's principles of investing were adopted by Warren Buffett and many others who became investment masters. It is thought to be one of the most important books on personal finance ever written that was well ahead of its time. The Millionaire Next Door is an insightful book about how people can become millionaires with a middle-class lifestyle. The author, Thomas Stanley, analyzes the lives of millionaires and shows how they were able to accumulate wealth. This book is divided into two parts. In the first part, Stanley talks about the 7 common traits that millionaires have in common. These are living below their means, following a budget, being self-employed or having a high-income spouse, investing for retirement and children's education, saving for emergencies, and being a saver rather than a spender. The second part of this book is about how these traits can be applied to one's life in order to become wealthy. The Little Book of Common Sense Investing is a book written by John Bogle, the founder of the Vanguard Group. It was published in 2007 and it's a practical guide on how to invest. The Little Book of Common Sense Investing is a practical guide to investing that will help you achieve long-term success without taking on excessive risk. Written by the man who pioneered low-cost index funds, this slim volume offers time-tested advice and rock-solid investment strategies that will never go out of style. John Bogle has been in the financial industry for over 60 years and he has seen it all. He founded one of the world's largest investment companies, Vanguard Group Incorporated, which now manages more than $3 trillion in global assets. 4. A Random Walk Down Wall Street by Burton Malkiel. Malkiel's book is a classic, and it is still relevant to this day. Malkiel's book provides a great introduction to the world of investing, and it can be used as a guide for investors of any experience level. It also explains the basic concepts of stocks and shares, as well as how to calculate the risk-return trade-off. The book also covers different types of investment vehicles, such as mutual funds and ETFs. It discusses how these investments work, what their advantages are, and which ones are best for different people. The Richest Man in Babylon is a book about financial security. It was written by George S. Clason and published in 1926. The book is divided into 10 chapters, each of which covers a different aspect of personal finance, including budgeting, saving money, getting out of debt, investing money, and giving money away to charity. The book opened on June 10, 1926 at the Broadway Theater in New York City. George Clason wanted to create an easy-to-read and understandable way of teaching people about finance. He wrote the story in a conversational tone. The main character, a Babylonian named Hilmar, begins by saving money by buying used furniture. He never wanted to stop growing, be satisfied with what he had achieved, or stay in one place for more than a few years. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a personal finance book written by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter. The book was first published in 1994 and has since been translated into 50 languages. It has sold over 27 million copies worldwide and is one of the best-selling books of all time. This book is not just about money, it's about changing your mindset to become financially independent. Napoleon Hill was a pioneer in the self-help genre with his 1937 book Think and Grow Rich. The book is still popular today and has sold over 50 million copies worldwide. Hill's law of successful thinking, which he described as the starting point of all achievement, is that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. In this book, Hill offers an explanation for why some people are able to make great leaps forward in their lives while others are not. He offers suggestions on how to harness the power of the mind to improve one's life circumstances. 8. The Warren Buffett Way by Roger Lowenstein. This book is a biography of Warren Buffett, the world's most successful investor. Lowenstein explores Buffett's life and career, from his childhood in Omaha to his business and investment triumphs. This book tells the story of Warren Buffett, an investor who has earned himself the title of the world's most successful investor. The author explores Buffett's life and career, from his childhood in Omaha to his business and investment triumphs. The first chapter provides an overview of Buffett's early years and education, as well as a description of his family's modest circumstances during the Great Depression. The second chapter examines how he began investing at age 11 with a $200 gift from his father. Chapter 3 looks at how he built Berkshire Hathaway into one of America's largest companies with a huge portfolio of different companies. The fourth chapter discusses his investing philosophy, which includes a focus on cheap stocks with free cash flows and large dividends. Chapter 5 shows how he has turned Berkshire into an institution that continues to pump out billions of dollars in profits each year. The Intelligent Investor is a must-read for all investors. It is the first book that Warren Buffett ever read, and he read it twice. It was written by Benjamin Graham, who has been called the father of security analysis and value investing. Graham's philosophy was to buy stocks at a discount to their intrinsic value, with a margin of safety in case his calculations were wrong. He believed that most investors are better off investing in low-cost index funds rather than buying individual stocks. This book teaches you how to think about investing, what to look for in an investment, and how to avoid making mistakes when selecting stocks. Poor Charlie's Almanac is a book of personal anecdotes, observations, and maxims by the American businessman and philanthropist Charles T. Munger. The book was first published in 1994. Munger has been a successful investor for over 60 years, including as the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, alongside his partner Warren Buffett. He has also written 2 other books on the subjects of business and personal finance, Poor Charlie's Almanac, 1994, and A Manual on Value Investing, 1998. In Poor Charlie's Almanac, Munger reflects on his life with anecdotes from his business career and provides wisdom that he has gleaned from these experiences. He covers all aspects of life, including social customs, psychology, business practices and habits that lead to success, the meaning of life and death, the spiritual perspective of the world. Charlie Munger says, "I'm just not very good at this stuff," when asked about how to approach life. He says that people tend to give up too easily on their own happiness and fulfillment, and that he prefers to take a long-term view. A recurring theme in Poor Charlie's Almanac is the idea of following your passion. Munger believes that most people spend their whole lives seeking happiness without ever considering that it might be found in what they love to do. These are the best 10 finance books if you want to improve your financial education and to be on the success way. Thanks for watching, and see you at the next video. Leave a like and subscribe if you appreciate my work and if you want to be rich.